This is my mare, Ed's pretty lady in Eric's honor. And I've gotten some questions on why we use spurs. And so I wanted to have Eric explain why we use spurs and why he used spurs and how to use them.
So the main reason is to teach your horse to respect the light pressure, okay? So if you start with your spur, they're never going to get any lighter than that. Mm-hmm. So when we start and teach these horses to turn or whatever, we always start with a pre-signal, which is turning our body and looking. Now, they can feel that weight shift. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing I do. And then she's obviously not paying attention, but so then I'm going to put my leg on. So now it's off, now it's on. I'm just touching her.
Yeah, I'm going to come up closer so we can see that. Show that again.
It's off, and now it's on. I'm just touching her, okay? Mm-hmm. And I got my body turned. And now, what I do next is I start clicking, and I try to get the horse to think, all right? So most of the time they're going to go forward. So if she does that, I'll show you. There, she did it. I just put up a wall, and then I see how she stepped over, and then I let go.
Yep.
Okay? So if you want your horse to respond to light pressure, you got to start and teach them that way. Mm-hmm. So
start with the light pressure.
Right. Now moving on, after she gets better and she knows, if I put the cue on and she doesn't respond, then I'm going to turn my, now see, you can see I turned my toe out, and now she's responding to that, and I haven't even touched the spur yet. Now she's not doing it correct there. I had to wait till she did it correct. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try and turn back around so you can see me here, but there we go, good. Now, if you don't use spurs, your horse is likely to never respect the lightness. They're not meant to stab or jab. You just gently push with them and lift a little bit. Mm-hmm.
So how do you see, like, I mean, spurs have a bad rap, and it's probably because there's so many people out there misusing them.
Right.
So how are some ways that people misuse the spurs?
Well, most of the time they just go straight to their heel when they ask a horse to do something, and when you do that, you never gave the horse a chance to think about what the options are. You're just basically demanding that they do it.
And you say you're ambushing them, basically.
Right. Now she got forward, so I got a wall right here. She hasn't gave to my hands. She's moving. She's trying to figure out what she's got to do. I'm just holding this pressure until she gives. She's starting to back up. She thinks that's the answer. But there she gave.
Yep.
There she gave again. So.
And this is how, by just that right there is just how we build in the self carriage and stuff, right?
And when a horse is thinking, they're gonna throw all kinds of options at you. You just got to wait it out and wait for them to make the right decision before you release that pressure. But if you're going to ride with spurs, learn how to use them, and they're never the first thing that you use.
Right.
They're always the last resort.
Yeah, and you don't, I mean, like I see a lot of times, not to pick on them, but I see a lot of like barrel racers and stuff, and they're just spurring that horse over and over and over again.
They'll never go any faster.
Yeah.
If the more you kick them, they won't. They'll actually quit on you for nagging too much.
Yeah, they get dulled out and stuff, right?
Yep.
And so it's just the horses are always trying to, they anticipate.
Exactly.
And then, so they're trying to get to, they're thinking, oh, last time that happened, I had more pressure or something. And that's how they get get afraid of like phobias of stuff, like if
Well, they
there's
can
a
be-
garbage can and something like a cat jumped out from behind the garbage can and scared them the daylights out of them,
Right.
they would think, oh gosh, there could be a cat behind every garbage can.
Exactly.
You know, until you show them that there's not. And so you're teaching the horse that they're avoiding what they anticipate may happen.
Exactly.
And so that's how you get so light, right?
Right. Yep. As long as you do it in step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many steps it takes to get to the spur, they will start to understand all the pre-cues before the spur actually happens.
Right. So like what are some of your steps? Like I know it's all different for what you're doing, but give us an example of like a step. Like you first think about
if I'm going to turn to the right, I turn and open this shoulder. See how my shoulder went back? And when I do that, drops all my weight down onto this hip right here. And when I turn, if you watch see how my knee moves over? That's all part of it. So my knee, just that little bit, okay? When I twist, see how my knee comes over?
Yep.
That's all part of the signal, okay?
Okay.
So when I get in that position, if nothing happens, and she kind of knows this exercise, but so step 1 is open my shoulder and drop all the weight onto my left seat bone. Step 2, and actually step 1 at the same time, your knee is going to go, that's all one step.
Right,
so, okay, when I twist like that, everything happens at once.
Yep.
Then step 2 is going to be tip the nose, give her direction. Now I haven't put my leg on yet, but you see what just happened.
Yeah, she stepped over.
Okay, so if you constantly do the same things every time, consistently, they will pick it up and you'll never ever have to use them.
Right, yeah. Because like she just did it right. She avoided the leg pressure.
Right.
She was just going from just the twisting of your body, and that's how they get so light, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And then you'd be riding with the loose reins on a horse, and think about it. I mean, if you're not in,
you got to be patient. You can't expect her or a horse to be perfect in one lesson. It takes time. Just be patient with your horse, and everybody can have a horse as good as this.
Yeah, I know. So it's really actually when they're used correctly, it's actually you're going to get to a horse that you never have to do it.
Exactly.
Eventually, you know what I'm saying?
Eventually.
When they're finished, I mean, virtually they probably never get
right.
And so they're carrying a rider around, loose reins, collected a lot of times or in self carriage.
Right.
And they're relaxed. And they're enjoying life, right?
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, that's cool. All right. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.